This morning, a surprise decision from a Florida judge. The judge asking the Department of Justice to prepare a redacted version of that affidavit that prompted him to approve a search warrant for Mar-a-Lago. He says that it's, quote, very important for the public to have access to as much information as possible. NBC's Sam Brock joins us from West Palm Beach with the very latest.
This morning, fresh reaction to a ruling few were expecting. A federal judge doling out a modest victory for President Trump and the media.
It is not the government's job to tell the public what is meaningful in terms of the release of its own information.
Giving the DOJ a week to offer redactions before he considers releasing portions of the affidavit attached to the Mar-a-Lago search. Judge Reinhart saying in court he was not prepared to find the affidavit should be fully sealed, calling it very important the public have as much access to information as possible. Even as federal lawyers warned it would provide a roadmap for where their investigation is headed next and jeopardize the safety of investigators. While news organizations, including NBC News, sought transparency, attorney Chuck Tobin telling the court, you cannot trust what you cannot see. For Trump, it's been all about exposing what he calls a political witch hunt, with a spokesman tweeting, no redaction should be necessary and the whole affidavit should be released. Yet in court, his attorney didn't present any argument, simply observing, nor did Trump's team file any papers asking the judge to make the affidavit public.
If he really believed it was abusive, he has an easy remedy. File a lawsuit, like, countless lawsuits filed all the time to say this search violated my Fourth Amendment. He hasn't done that.
One case that's already resulted in real consequences, Trump's former CFO Allen Weisselberg pleading guilty Thursday to 15 counts of tax fraud. As part of the plea agreement, he's reportedly agreed to testify against the Trump organization at a later date, but not his former boss.
Weisselberg decided that he would rather be a convicted felon than snitch against the former president.
Trump still navigating a host of legal challenges from New York to Florida that only appear to be deepening.
Well, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham is appealing a judge's order requiring him to testify in a case about the alleged attempt to overturn the presidential election. A grand jury is investigating whether former President Trump and others illegally sought to overturn his defeat in Georgia. A U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals will consider Graham's request.